Moving to this financial planning. So financial planning is important for everyone. This slides represents a realistic long-term financial planning roadmap. Let's say 21 years. We break down into four major milestones. First, let's say you are planning for having a dream home. But if you today I'll ask, then you will go ahead and do a down payment. Then whole life you are paying for a EMI. But we are thinking that okay, don't do in this way, that way. Let's say you invest that down payment, let's say 20 lakh smartly today, and after 7 8 years, like it will grow to 1 crore, and that time you directly buy the house instead of paying a whole life of EMI. So similarly, coming to this child higher educations, planning early, like say for their higher education, you if you invest today, then you have enough money for their both educations and marriages. So similarly, as you are planning for retirement, retirement meaning like when you are not working and but you have some passive income is coming, which is we called as a systematic withdrawal plan. So if you invest your money very wisely today, you could have a close to 20 crore, like after 21 years. So and easily you can withdraw 2 lakh per month through this systematic plan, and your money will be still growing. So this stable income will have a peaceful you have a peaceful mind. So finally, like why this financial planning is all required, because your financial freedom. If you continue this discipline for next 20 years, no, you could grow your wealth to 20 crore or more in aggressive approach, or maybe 10 crore in a conservative approach. But that is a huge money, and that will give you true financial freedom, where like your work becomes optional, and your choices will be unlimited. So all this is possible if you start early, stay consistent, avoid unnecessary risks, and mm, it is not just investing. It is a completely life skill plan or life plan, I will say, to live better, life better, not just earning money or everything. Financial is just one part of the freedom. Okay, now the big questions is like how. These are all these big promises and everything. These numbers are looking very good, but how we are going to achieve? So, uh, in this journey, we are going to help. Like in the next few slides, we are going to achieve how. We have just seen what is possible with the right financial plan. But the big question is, mm, like whether it is possible. Uh, See, it is not a magic, and it is also not a luck. It is just a pure mathematics and your discipline and your psychology. So it is proven. Discipline strategies combined with smart investments, time-based, time-tested wealth building principles, and constant tracking to keep you on course. So in the next few slides, I will exactly show you how you turn this goal into reality, and in a step-by-step manner. So this is a very this is the slides we talked a lot about. Like, can I grow my 20 lakh capital into 1 crore in 7 years? Is it possible? Yes. So how? Because um, uh, you have to divide your money. Like if let's say you have a 20 lakh cash, or I'll take an example of it's 1 crore cash, whatever. So we first park on like first we will divide into two parts. One is called investment income, like like investment in a long term investment using fixed deposit or advanced investment strategies. It gives you a stable like CAGR of 16%, and drawdown will be 4% instead of like earlier you have seen 50% or 30%. Here drawdown is 4%. There is, and you have to wait time period of 7 years. You have to wait. Then you place that money. You have something called a trading business income. So you your fixed deposits and mutual funds will be put as a collateral, and you run a low risk trading business based on your research algo strategies. So this income streams will give like close to 20%, and with a manageable drawdown of minus 15%. So instead of your FD sitting idle, it is actually generating additional cash flow. So combining these results, so you'll get close to 36% over 7 years CAGR. But after taxes and fees, it will be let's say 20 to 30%. I'll say average 24%. So this is powerful enough to double your capital every 3 years, and that's why this 20 lakh is coming to 1 crore in 7 years. And I've given this our Telegram group here. You can join to know more. Coming to this investment strategies. In this investment strategies, like how hedge fund works. So let's have a look in a deeper part of the strategies. So the long term things is you have to protect your capital first. So in investment, what do? You do a synthetic future, exactly similar like what you do in buying a Nifty Bs. Then we take a help of mutual fund, like a flexi cap or multi cap funds. Then we buy a protective put for risk management. This is to ensure this is a insurance layer. Just like you insure a car, your home. Here we protect your investment downside using options, buying put options. So if the market falls, your capital is protected. This is what gives you confidence to stay invested for longer time frame. Uh, then fixed deposit, it is also allocate few percent, like 60% or 70% of the money to fixed deposit for absolute safety. This acts like a cushion. Even a market turns rough, a part of your money is always in safe, guaranteed instruments. So combining all this, your average CAGR will be close to 16% with a maximum drawdown of minus 4%. So even in a bad year, your downside is limited, and while in upside is still strong. So this is a balanced, protected investment plan designed to give you a strong returns while keeping your moral safe, or your psychology safe, or money safe. Here is an example. I'll show you. Like let's you have invested the money in index funds, or you have gone with a protection plan. This slides compares the performance of a Nifty 50 index funds versus our FinAI strategies with a built-in protection. From 2025 to 2029, we will simulate. Like let's say Nifty has moved from 3000 to 20,000 in 24,000 and 16,000, 14, and 24,000 in 2028. Then in different scenarios, how this strategy would have done. So uh, a regular index fund, like if you see from 2025, Nifty sees a drop in 2027. Like from 2026 to 27, it has came down to 8,000, which is close to 33%. And a regular index fund would have dropped in a value from 1.2 crore to 0.8 crore. But with our FinAI, like the strategies protective measures, they have a cost, but with limited downside. For example, while the index dropped 33% in 2027, our strategy is protected capital and recovered faster. By 2029, if you see, the Nifty investments is still 1 crore, but our like Nifty Bs or any Nifty Bs in mutual funds. But if you go for this FinAI strategy, it grows the same capital to 1.5 crore after all this my protection cost. If you minus those things from 1.8 crore minus 26 lakhs, it will give you close to 1.5 crore. So the key takeaway is that your protection reduces losses in your bad years, and in stock market that happens. No one knows when. So that's why I would like a lot of people invest in a few fixed deposit. They don't come to stock market because there is a downfall chances are very high. But if your protection is there, then you can easily manage those drawdown phases. So Once you protect your money, it will allow you to compound your money in better way in longer term. So coming to this investment of 1 crore, how we achieve this? So we start investing 1 crore out of this uh, 1 crore, and out of this 5% goes to our hedge cost. Like you're buying a put, so 5 lakh is gone, and then we create a synthetic future, and which gives you a market exposure close to 70 lakh. So even though you are investing in 70 lakh, but you'll pay close to just a 4.9 lakh as a cost, like because you are not paying all the money. That is called a cost. You have to pay like call buying and put selling. So what are the cost comes, which is 7% of the 27 lakh, which is 4.9 lakh or 5 lakh. So upfront we are paying a for the synthetic future and protection cost, we are paying close to 10 lakh. So out of 100, my 10 lakh has gone. Now 90 lakh is left. So I invest 30 lakh in the direct mutual fund, and for that I don't have to pay any cost. And then whatever the 60 lakh left, I will put in a yield fund or a debt mutual funds or a fixed deposits. So if you see in the overall in the end of the year, if the let's say market falls and gone everything wrong against your all your synthetic future or long future, so you paid we paid close to 10 lakh for this, but your fixed deposit has given a return of close to 4.8 lakhs or 5 lakh, I assume. So net the maximum loss is 5% max, and even though you have 100% equity exposure, you are limiting your maximum loss to 5%. So that is the beauty. But it will be not 5%. It will be close to 2 to 3% in real life scenario. But for understanding purpose, we have put for easy for everyone to understand. And if you see, like I've been given, like if you have just bought the Nifty 50 mutual funds and uh, you have not taken a protections, and you have and another things is like you have taken you have bought a synthetic future, and along with that you have taken a protections. So one lot of Nifty is close to 18 lakhs. So if you invest 18 lakh in a Nifty B's mutual funds, you're exposed around to 50% drawdown risk or downside. In sharp market crash, your portfolio could be dropped to 9 lakh from 18 to 9. So there is no built-in protection here. So you are at the mercy of the market. But our approach is different. We take a same 18 lakh and create a synthetic Nifty of positions, but we also purchase a protective put. So this will cost additional 5%, but it limits our downside risk. So even if severe downturn, your capital will be protected, and my maximum loss will be close to 90,000. And I have, so when the other strategy has 9 lakh, my capital will be still 17.1 lakh. But over the last 20 years, if you see this Nifty, normally without protection, if you just bought the Nifty 50, you would have given close to 12% CAGR, and your money would have been 10x. Like 1 CR might have been 10 CR. Uh, but with a risk of minus 50%. But if you go for this new strategies, which is synthetic future with the protections, your money can still grow at 16% CAGR, and after 20 years, it might be 23 times. But the part is that the risk is just a 5%. So uh, the traditional approach means it is high risk, like directly buying FTVs and high return. But our strategies offers low risk and high return. Coming to a comparisons, like how our strategy has performed in last 16 years with respect to uh, Nifty 50 direct, which we directly bought the Nifty 50 Bs. So now they put the theory in the test, Nifty 50 collapsed over 40%, 44% in 2009, but our is a modest 3.5%. So that is the difference between. So in a strong bull years like 2020, we don't just match the Nifty, we outperform the Nifty. So even though in a bull phase also we have beaten the market by 10% in 2010. So when you look at the full 16 years records, so Nifty delivered 12% CAGR with a maximum drawdown of 40%. But our strategy delivered a 17% CAGR and a maximum drawdown of -5%. So this message is clear: higher returns uh, and dramatically lower risk. The strategy we are talking about. The power of pairing intelligence market exposure with downside protection. That is what makes FinAI strategy built for longevity and peace of mind. So the point is that it reduces your risk, and we do a lot of research on that. So providing greater stability to your portfolio even during volatile years.